So much to love about Texas. That's why Texas is home for me. Can't find any place on earth like Texas, and you can't spell Texas without H-E-B.
Eighth the Hard Way is in fact the eighth and latest release from one of the keepers of real country music in this scene, 1100 Springs. Lead singer and guitarist Matt Hillier recently sat down with us to tell the stories behind the album.
Call me the last stop at the end of the line.
1100 Springs, man, the whole band is, you know, if you looked at them, you wouldn't think that you're going to get that sound out of them, but they're some of the truest to form country guys. I mean, they know exactly what country music should sound like, and they achieve it.
Well, we've been around for quite a long time, and I'm happy to say that. We've been fortunate enough to play with a lot of really good musicians. Some of them are still with us, and some of them have moved on to do other things. But I love the lineup that we have. Still making new fans, and it's still having a great time. So, and that's what it's all about.
I bet my bottom dollar we rock harder than you, 'cause we're from Texas. We won't ever quit.
It's weird because I wrote a bunch of songs this last year, and some of them were in the backlogs of stuff that I had written a while back, and just revisiting them. And we just released This Crazy Life shortly before. You're your own worst critic, so you sort of second guess what you're doing, and you're going, I don't know, are these songs, are they okay? I think they're all right. And then you listen to them again and again and again, just like you tear yourself down and you try to build yourself back up. But I feel really good about it. Listening to it now, we've gotten to a point, and I think that we did it with This Crazy Life, gotten into a zone where we felt like, I think the process became a lot more clear-headed as far as the way we did it, the pre-production we would do, and then actually being ready to go when we're in the studio. And this time it's even more so. And everybody just kind of knocked it out of the park. And it really made me feel like any apprehension that I had about the songs just kind of is gone. Producing and doing the live shows and or doing the business, Steve and I have kind of figured out a rhythm that works real well. I think that at times we probably, on some things, are probably completely different frames of mind. And I think that's a great thing. On the other hand, we can finish each other's sentences. Pretty much are on the same frame of mind when it comes to creative stuff. And but we also work the checks and balances pretty good.
You need a dose of good loving. The kind of stuff you can't refuse, the kind of stuff you can't refuse.
Matt and Steve, they're just cool. It's just their nature. When they want to pay homage to somebody, when they do it, it's not going to be cheesy. It's going to be hip.
There's a song called We Can Work This Out, and one of the guys I think is really, really just so great is Don Williams. I felt like, man, he really just lays it down and just takes a song, really lets it do the heavy lifting and keeps it simple. And if the song is good enough, it just sort of carries itself. Hey, but that was the kind of thing I was going for, was a Don Williams sort of feel. Even if the lyrics were about something depressing, it makes you feel good. It just, when the music comes on, it's just, and then the melody comes and it makes you happy to hear it. To me, that's a lot of what country music is about. Another song that's on the record, it's called Hardcore Honky Tonk. And it's, I mean, you've heard any number of country singers who consider themselves sort of aficionados of traditional country music do these songs that talk about how pop country's no good and real country is the only way to go. And I've heard it so many times, I've rolled my eyes at times listening to them. And then I wound up writing one. If you mean it and you believe it, I'd go with it.
Hardcore honky tonks the way it ought to be.
For a couple of years, we've been doing a radio show called the Country Jam Radio Show. Really, we started doing the show on the internet on our own, on a separate deal. So we've been doing it for a while, and then just now we just started doing it live at Love and Warren Grapevine. And that's what we've always kind of wanted to do with it, is create a situation where we're able to host and feature some of our friends, some of the people that we think are just incredible musicians. There's so many of the folks that have been coming to see us forever that come out to the show, and it's just like a party. People have been bringing their own vinyl records, and it's cool to see people appreciate and dig on the old stuff the same way that we do. And to share what we know about music and what we love about it, it's just a whole lot of fun.
It's this crazy life instead.
I'm just glad to be part of the Texas music scene, period. If you stick around long enough, the people around you really are like your family. And we've been through a lot of stuff with the people who come to see us play. The other people that we share the stages with, it's like seeing old friends. And I'm glad to be part of that.
Heartstrings got me all tied up, and I'm not satisfied with love.
1100 Springs. I'm a big fan of those guys. Go get your hands on 8 the hard way. When we come back, it's time to waltz across Texas with Ernest Tubb, our Texas legend.